Hello and welcome to Palo Alto Networks video update. And this is the first video when you can see me. Today we had a meeting with Neo Tsu, who is a Palo Alto Chief Technology Officer. And it was an iconic place, Sydney Opera House, and there were quite big audience. There was a new initiative announcement on this meeting, and Palo Alto wants to stop attacks, not just detect and report, but stop them. And sounds like nothing new from the first look, although it's quite important as it's not just a marketing strategy. What happens now? Let's say someone sends you a link with a PowerPoint file with a malicious code in it. Sandboxing takes a few minutes to identify if the file contains a threat for you or not, and only way to send a file is just to the user and a copy to Sandbox. That's all. When the wildfire will identify there is or another one Sandbox system, there is a malicious code, it's too late. So what is the solution? Contemporary technologies work quite good with known attacks and vulnerabilities, but not with zero-day attacks. Behavior-based IPS is one of the ways to stop it, but even they give up in front of zero-day attacks quite often. Nowadays, we have to have a large response team to identify and respond to the attacks, but there is no orchestration though, it's all manual. Let's go back to the example with the PowerPoint file and how Palo Alto Networks is going to change the game. User will not want to wait for 5 minutes while the file is checked with Wildfire or another Sandbox technology. Okay, we sent it to the user, and what we do with it? In Sandbox, on the host IPS, we can identify that the file initiates DNS requests, downloads malicious executable files, and even with no admin rights to requirement to run. And the first thing we should do with it is to identify what DNS resolves were requested and block access to those URLs which were included in the request to download that executable file. But before that, we need to identify if it's not a false positive, of course, and it can be denial of service attack for yourself, right? And in Palo Alto Networks Firewall, they have a host IPS, it's called Trap, and Wildfire Sandboxing platform to identify the potential threat. And also, they have URL filtering and HTTPS inspection on the firewall. What they decided to do is to automate the response. So when the end user system tried to connect outside via the firewall, with DNS requests, the firewall already knows about this malicious name and it will be blocked. Let's say it's too late already and it started to download the executable file, but its signatures in the firewall already and it's blocked. Even if the file was downloaded and we know what the file will start to do, it's blocked as well. So this is the example what Palo Alto is going to come with. And I suppose it will be announced in the conference Ignite 16. Really interested to see what changes on the market this initiative will make and how other vendors will respond for that. And especially, really, I'm very interested what will be proposed for multi-vendor environment to orchestrate security responses to make it more automated rather than manual. Also, there were a couple interesting questions raised on the meeting. One was mine. I asked Neo Tsu if they have plans to integrate at least basic load balancing in their firewalls. The answer was no. They concentrate on security and have no further resource, not enough resources to work on load balance features. And the second question was regarding Trap Management Console, which is separate from Panorama, and the question was if they want to integrate them. The answer was yes, but not in near future. Sorry for that, who was waiting for the single console. Okay, thank you for viewing, and as always, please click like if you find the video interesting, and let me know what do you want to see in my next video. It will really help me to do the most important for you video. Thank you. All the best.